So I was playing with some glamours here before we continue our adventure. So my new glamour for Scholar. Summoner we've got. So we've got a new weapon for our mechanist. Our ninja remains the same. New weapon for astrology. New glamour for Dark Knight, a new weapon for Dark Knight, which I think suits him better. And nothing changed for our good old Black Mage. And Summoner, we bought a new Grimoire. I think as a Summoner it suits her better. Okay, let's do the dungeon. Oh yeah, we burned away, not really man away. Notice. Okay, so we are hiring some of the science to go with us. Carol or Nine Tails. He is dead. Let's explore it. See in the sides, there's not much to see to be fair in here. It's a big cavern, but the details are nice. I like those flowers. Same guy. Infested place. Where is this little fella? He's gonna die here. Nothing in the cells? No, no. me be.
Darkness.
The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes now to me. With a countenance that bespeaks understanding, an intriguing power, the echo, I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Nice and easy. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the Many Legs one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frictio, eldest of these ones of Little Solace. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Larkskull, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is the accursed Akon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid no, my lord. Shall I order the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath as though I am to admit, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, was of the sylph we capture, a handful of them seems to be in reasonably good health when last I look. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon the Akon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Useless. We are so close to completion, I can fair taste it, but at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our effort will bear fruit in due time. Well, what is it always said? Ah, yes, though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone were you right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to raise. And I should burn so bright that the Lord von Beelzier's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ha 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 ha. These walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Noraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones amongst the walking ones, there are good ones too. Does Walking One feel unwell? This one would know what brings Walking One to this place. Came to this was rescue at Noraxia's bidding. Then this one owes Walking One debt of gratitude. Walking One has a question about Lord Ramu. Then this one will provide answers. But first let's these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When Walking One is ready, please come to see me, come and see this one. This one may speak properly then. This is settled then. Let's this one accompany Walking One outside. You are back. Tell the Sylph Elder is well. Thank the goddess for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Phrixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go, tempting fate. Run over to the Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befall us, eh? Rest assured, I will send word to our friends of Sharlayan and the 12 Adler both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honour here on the Druthus in so doing. Be sure and come by wherever you feel like a drop of Quirin firewater. Say friend, there is something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylph of the Solids. This Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of the tribe's elder and token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strengths return, we must lend them our to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12 wood with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hopes that both Gridanians and Sylph alike will live to see the light beyond this darkness. A gift from Woken One, Buskaron, a gift for these ones. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Woken One, Busharon, and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this is what deeply grateful. Many Woken Ones are scary, many Woken Ones utter many lies and much deception, but this one is moved. Let all these one be friends forever. Believe in yourself. This one has been expecting Woken One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Woken One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Raloon. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of the daring do. Well done. Ah, the Woken Ones who aided Noraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Woken One calls them, of this one began when Imperial Ones entered the woods. Fearing trouble, this one decided to watch Imperial Ones closely. But this one watched too closely, and Imperial Ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one robed in black. What do I have feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Phrixio, we come to you as the emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Sitzia. This one sees, so Woken Ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes. Your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Sitsia wrote to you. This one well knows and respects honored one Carnicina. Be assured, like walking ones of Gridania, this one have no desire for conflict. This one resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all these ones who took part became touched ones. This one wants to desperately turn touch one back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touch one meanwhile wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did not know how, so this one fled to Little Solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. By walking ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primal ones, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as walking ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland where touched ones reside, walking ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones. As this one said, this one desire peace with walking ones of Gridania, and so this one asked for a chance to set things right. By way of addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In this case of the Sylph, Ramu influence has made them fiercely protected of the homeland. That explains why they are so hostile towards trespassers, but what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered Sylph desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellow back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primals are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easy in the knowledge that they and Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of those ones. Please see that those feelings are conveyed to honor Carnicina. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. The Sylph Elder very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a Jibu? If so, I feel only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we are going to head back to the Walking Sands and tell Mithenia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this, and while we see to that, we should appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio missive to the Elder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together let the walking ones of Gridania and this one finds a way to live in peace. Please wait, walking one Raloon. This one has yet to give a walking one token of their appreciation. When this one summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of this one trust. And I'll do magical crystal to my collection, increasing my power dose. This one was not mistaken about walking one. Walking One is desired to walk the fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within Walking One envelops the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well, that crystal will one day be of use to Walking One. Walking One must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before Walking One returns to Gridania, this one would ask Walking One to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not trouble, touched one will not make trouble. If Walking One witness touched ones making no trouble, mayhap Walking One can testify to Walking Ones of Gridania that this one means no harm. This one's homeland is fraught with danger. The ones marked down safe place to look out for touched ones. The temple safe in the distance did not sense the pose of danger if left alone. Back in Gridania. Ah, if this isn't Raloon. Now we went the meeting. How did went the meeting of the Sylphs? A message from the Sylph Elder himself. If I may. So the Sylph have no desire to conflict, nor they do intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we may not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder sits here will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylph have welcomed our overturns, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources towards tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. We have done this nation a great service, my friend. On behalf of all Gridanians, I give you my thanks. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridanians. Mere thought of being at war with them painted the LCC to no end. But owing to your effort, we will be able to rest easier. Being the benevolent soul that she is, my lady will surely try to find a way to reserve the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Science of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our people, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Milfilia. Hello, Raloon. Can you hear me? It is Milfilia. Ida and Pepalina returned some little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of our primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Walking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would appraise you of your present situation in person. Okay, we are quarter way through the realm Reborn. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Raloon. Lady Mifenia awaits you with the Solar. Please enter at your leisure. I'm given to understand that the matters of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolve bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Tancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. Now, I have been meaning to ask, but is Alice quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't. Oh, nor have I, alas. Alice has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl, but you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Beldasian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It's good to see you again, Raloon. I've been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelve Woods. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Science proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Shagachin and Leviathan? The Lord of the World has not answered his minion call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Shagachin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of the crystal required to call for their gods. As with the Sylph, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time bears repeating, we can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty what next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with the much haste as prudence allows. Any word of Titan? The Maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from ere long, you may depend upon it. Indeed, so then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with Garuda. Who is the primal of the Ixal who lived near Gridania? Yes, that's what I meant. So many malms to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Was he still with us, we should not long have wanted for more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? Be one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twit Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the Sylph under the sage guidance of the Sitseer. And bid you all enjoy a moment of respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Raloon? Beg pardon, a man named Habrea spotted a red mask and robed in black. 12 presents. Prior to Calamity, the Ascian took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast over the veil of secrecy now? God, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in the primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea. Learn all we can of him and his designs. There to... Tatari? A sylph in Thalanen. At long last, this one finds walking one balloon. This one is most dependable of those ones. I sent by the elder Phrixia to help walking ones. This one is called Noraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let those ones be friends. A pleasure to meet you, Noraxia. Yes, Tatru is as ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged with the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to see no end to see our continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eosia are beginning to unite, Raloon drawn to the hope of that shines within you. Yet the darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Ascian presence, but they have grown so brazen as to carry out their working in plain sight, fill me with a sense of deep foreboding. We start in part 3, so there's 6 parts. 4, 4, 4, 3. The adventure's victory over Ifrit, the Lord of the Inferno, prompts companions to be made to be fabled warriors of light. Yet even as the feat draws the admiration of the masses, so too does it draws the ire of the Shadow Ascians. To what end this masked individual's scheme remains to be seen. The search for the answers begin with one named Habrea. Shadow of Darkness. I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary Raloon. We must delve further into the motivation of the masked man, the Ascian knows of La Habrea. This is an ideal moment to do so, while our hands are not bound dealing with another primal. At present we know little and less about the Ascians, only that destruction follows in the wake. I should not be surprised if these beings are behind the chaos that ravaged the realm. If my fears provide to be reality, we must do all in our power to stop them. Earlier, I sent a word to each Grand Company to solicit cooperation. The Immortal Flame responds to the effect that they have information on our potential sighting. This is intelligence that we can ill afford to ignore. Go speak to the Flame Commander Swift at the Hall of Flames in Uldar to inquire further. How you go about the investigation thereafter, I leave wholly to your discretion. But whatever you do, never forget that we are dealing with the unknown. You cannot take too many precautions. Be safe, Raloon. Thank you. The masked man. Ah, you come on behalf of the Scions, of course. Yes, we are already rallying to Lady Milfilia. There has been a signing of this rogue near about Eastern Thalaton. A brass blaze station at Highbridge described him in detail when he alerted us to suspicious activity. I would point you to the witness, but I'm afraid he died not 2 days ago, slain by a marauding horde of Quirin. Fate can be a cruel mistress. But do not be too quick to despair. Being situated on a trade route, Highbridge sees its fair share of travellers. Folks are always coming and going, and some among them may well have caught a glimpse of your target. You could do worse than to speak with the merchant named Hibaru. The fellow's always starved for customers, and he's no doubt welcome your attention wherever or not you have coin to mind to spend. Welcome to Highbridge Adventurer. Whatever you seek, I, Hibaru, can provide it, probably. You're after a masked man? I'm not sure I have one of these in stock. Oh, you're after a masked man. Why don't you say so sooner? Such an individual might have featured in one of my many rumors I've heard. If you linger a while, mayhap you earn a thing or two, eh? When the Order of the Nalds began excavating the ruins below, I had hopes that the Highbridge would turn into a bustling hub of pilgrims. But thanks to their nigh-endless beastman's raids, folk are too afraid to come with a malm of here. I sold everything I own to get my adventure started, and I'm loath to give up without making the earnest effort to stick it out. But if things keep going as they are, I'm backroom before the moon is through. Whining won't be any good though. No, for my business to survive, I need business. Speaking of which, perhaps you like to browse my wares. Spend a bit of coin to help a struggling merchant. The masked man, bah. Tha'll take your bloody masked man. I know what I said before, but vague rumors are all I've got. If you want to know about him, go and ask the other merchants. Aye, I've heard tales of the Masked Devil. Seems to have been appearing not only around Highbridge, but elsewhere about Thalaton too. Enough folk have reported seeing him to convince me he's more than a figment of imagination, but I like it to know about him otherwise. On the trail of the Masked Man, aye, I've heard of him, but only in hushed tones and faint whispers. It says he wears a black hooded robe and looks right suspicious, and that's about all I can say, little though it is. Have I seen Maskman wearing a dark robe? No, I haven't, nor do I wish to. Business is bad enough without shady characters lurking about. Ports have been given Highbridge a wide berth because of the Quirin raids. None but the most devoted of pilgrims are willing to come here anymore. Judging by our expression, I take you didn't allege much views. Look, I'm sorry for my rudeness earlier, it's just that things are tougher for us merchants at the moment. The Queen raids are so constant, so organized, we're beginning to suspect that some is orchestrating a role. I tend to put my own welfare first, like most of us do. But that doesn't mean I'm a bad person. I promise to keep an eye out for your masked man. If I see or hear anything, you'll be the first to know. Oh, reverse. So I need to, okay. That's hard it is. I have to change my computers. Let's resume. I finally got honest to good information on your masked man. Why so confident? Because I saw him with my own eyes. I was out on the evening stroll minding my own business when I noticed a column of smoke rising from a cliff over the Thal respite. Curious, I took myself there to find a masked man. You masked man. I'm sure of it, standing by a fire. As if answers, some query appeared soon after, and the group began talking at length. I'm afraid I was too far out of the issue to hear much of anything. After the group had disappeared, an idea came to me. If you were to use this smoldering coal to start fire, you might be able to arrange a similar meeting. It will be dangerous, I shouldn't doubt, but you've proven yourself more than a match for a pack of rats. So what do you think? That's some sound reliable information, even if I do say myself. Well, worth all the lingering about you've been doing, wouldn't you say? Back so soon, you're able to find any clues leading to your masked man? The scroll, it bears the prayer of Ralg, the Destroyer. In case you're unfamiliar, Ralg is the guardian of the deity of Alamigo, which is currently under Garlean rule. It's highly uncommon for folk to order the nation to revere him. I'd wager my last guild that your silence was Alamigan. It seems the masked man of yours is very well connected. I must confess, the merchants in me envy such a diverse network of contacts. That self-same merchant also sends danger ahead and darkness besides. Are you saying you'd rather not take things nice and slow here at Highbridge? The Alamigan bandits you had run in is somehow connected to your masked man of mystery, so it stands to reason that if you want to pick up the trail again, you should head towards the Little Alamigo over in South Thalanan. Just so you know what to expect, the settlement is a favored destination for those refugees who couldn't, well, adapt to life in Rudar. The hearts of the descendants are said to be as barren as the wastelands they live in, and for their intent and purposes, it's lawless place. Be prepared for a not so warm welcome. Now, I'm not certain how much help she will be, but it just happens I have a daughter who has relocated to Little Alamigo. Her name is Hira, and it shouldn't hurt to seek her out first. And while you have their attention, I'll be obliged if you could send my love. Not the day goes by that I don't think about her. I suppose this is it then. I had hoped that you would linger here a while, cool some friends, spend some coin, what have you, but something tells me you are destined to greatness things. Whatever it is you end up, I wish you the best. Why yes, Hibaru's my father. He said what? I wish I could be a better daughter to him. It's just that, I'm sorry, I shouldn't bother you with my family matters. But I'm grateful to you for delivering the message. Now then, what brings you here? A masked man. I'm afraid the description doesn't ring any bells, but one of the other here may have seen something. I would recommend you first speak to Gandobald, the leader of the settlement. I must warn you though, he isn't exactly accommodating to the outsiders. Who are you? State your business and be quick about it. Looking for a masked villain, you say? Ah, you should, and why should we help you, pray? We struggle enough without having to answer the whim of every outsider. You are not welcome here. Be gone. Well met, adventurer. I'm Gil Siberhert, head of security here at Alamigo. I heard tells that you had business with Gandobald. Knowing the bristly old bear, I doubt he told you to bugger off. Owing to their hardship, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men, and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. Thanks or no, I try to help my fellow man where I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what you brought here, I might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of the masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on the lookout for Almagia to the south here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they are likely to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet Thalthan tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run as little errand in my stead, they will be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Pretty. Yeah. Who the hell are you? I'm trying to conserve energy here, so leave me alone. Well, Anya, consider it. Many thanks, friends. What's that? A masked villain hiding among the refugees, like us not? My compatriots as live here go about as though they are dead on their feet. It is near impossible to tell what's on their minds. For all I know, they are all up to no good. You there? Are you the Almaja? No, then carry on. Ah, sophisticated aroma. It has been forever since I had a drop of sweet tarletan. I'm going to enjoy this. What, a masked man? I don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 foot tall, and has the face of a lizard, I don't give a moment's thought. Feels nice. Shoo, don't bother me. If the Amages of Aranes, I'm blaming you. For me, you shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man. A matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting the description during patrol. Well, I too inquired to make out whether it was a man or not. What with the mask and the robe. But assuming it was he was talking with some Alamegans. I assumed he was one of them. You're back. So did my lookouts have naught to share with you? It doesn't sound like much to go by. If you go any further in the investigation, it seems to me you'll need the cooperation of the Alamegans. For this, you need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. So you've determined to press on with your investigation. There I have some advice to offer. As I said before, you won't get far without the Alamegans' trust. And the best way to win that trust is to get compatriots of theirs, someone they respect and vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Uldar, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from Garleans. Gandobald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet would be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Genau. Jetzt mal so. Reborn, how fares the investigation? I see. Given all that they have suffered, it's of little wonder the Alamegans refugees have lost faith in their fellow man. They have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades have had to see it remain in enemy clutches. To compound matters, none of these 3 city-states have the means to take in all those who have displaced. As a result, the great many Alamegans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardship? I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland would be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of your investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamegan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Your Alamican comrade is named Hir Behet. He joined our cause in the hopes that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards this endeavor, I have no doubt that he would be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Hildebard is currently between missions. Try looking for him in storage area. If it isn't really hints, the cyan rising star, is there aught I can do for you? You wish to win the trust of the people of the Little Amigo? This is a daunting task, my friends, even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more to help you, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight with that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamigan resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Science. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remained ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Alberta, and she is a resident of Quarrymill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Hey, you want me to introduce you to resistance? Huh. Why the hell should I do that? Give me just one reason. Hilbehan sent you, the worthless Warsome. He abandoned his comrades, his woman, and now he has a goal to ask me for a favor. Simply incredible. I realized Hildebert was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see the bloke here? That's Meffrey, the captain of the resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. I'm Meffried, a proud man of the Alamigan resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurers? Captain, it's Gallian, sir. He would go on and festen on. He's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. God damn it! I asked the village for aid, got on my knees and begged, but they refused to lift a finger. If Gallians dies, his blood is on their hands. These Quarrymill cavens would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Alberta. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at the moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death. Please, adventure, go and try. Please try. One of the methods is bad shape, you say. I'm sorry, but there is naught I can do. I want to help, truly, I do. They are my countrymen, after all, but that means going against the elemental's will. I've been at Quarrymill long enough to know how terrible the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there is anyone who can help you, I'd be Charlie, the Hamlet's residence Here. If you take the matter to her, might be as she'll listen, though I wouldn't get my hopes up. You wish to aid the Alamigans, you are possessed of any kind-hearted adventurer, but I'm afraid I have no the authority to grant you your wish. The authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswoods. All outsiders, be they babes at the berries or men grown, are judge and knight wherever they may have place beneath the boughs. Alas, the Alamigans' petition has been denied. Harsh though it may seem, they do not have leave to receive the wood's bounty, even has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. That's how it's be then. The bloody hero might as well kill Gallian herself. Spit on elementals and spit on the bloody whale. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastards here want us out and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is some of mine aren't fit to travel. Hell's Galleon can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed helmet won't help us, so I've no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy for poison purging properties. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'll forever be in your debt. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got the 4 hunts. Yeah, I got an adventurer. Prize Raga that there's at last one woman in this place who gives it up. Now we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Buscaron, would you? Some comrades of mine told me about him once. They said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing as he tends a tavern, he liked to have the tools to make the medicine. I'll be grateful if you could take the horns over to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Faramund here. Godspeed. Aralun, ever the slide of the sore eyes. How fared the adventurer? Rolling in the coin like there is no tomorrow, no doubt. You've got something to show me? Well, this looks like good antelope horns. Needs them grounded down to make a medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I gave you some of the stuff I have in my stores. I'm no stranger to the remedy. An Alamigan friend once used it to treat my festering wounds years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for the Alamigan soldier in Quarry Mill? So it comes full circle. Well, I hope it's helped me pull sword as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. It is well to see your return. Have you the medication for our brother? God bless you, adventurer. I see that the Galleon received treatment at once. Hopefully this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every man alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. Adventurer, Galleon has gone missing. He's nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he does get the proper medicine and rest, his condition will likely deteriorate to where it was before, or worse. We need your help to find him, and quickly. Start asking Alberta. Might be as the woman seems something. Ah, finally, it's about time you came asking about Galleon. I watched him leave Quarrymill some times ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be burdened any longer. That is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me, just find your way safe to little Alamigo. Blast it. Would that I know what was he thinking, I'd have stopped him myself. I love Galleon bears for his brothers is strong. He's willing to sacrifice himself for them. Make no mistake, entering the wood is, in his weakened state is suicide. Out in the wilds alone? That fool. That great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the woods for Galleon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Watch out, the goblin. Galleon. They're all very muscly, aren't they? Captain, by wow, you should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We are Alamigans, and Alamigans never forsake one another. Hardships be damned. Remember the oath we swore, gods damn it, the oath to reclaim our homeland. We'll set foot on Alamigan soil again, together, honor our all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good, let us return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think that you'll get off lightly. As soon as you're healed, I'll give you such a thorough thrashing, you'll wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back in Quarrymill. Galleon, expected to make full recovery, will linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As such, I mislike this place. Beggars can't be choosers. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me of anything and it's yours, so long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of the people of Alamigo, Little Alamigo, that's all. Far be it from me to question your desire, of course. Very well, I will provide you with the letter to show to Gunbolord. The old bear was a mentor when I first joined the resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I've no doubt that he will do it all in his power to aid you. Why have you returned? You are not welcome here. I thought I'd make myself clear. You spoke to the Mefrid. It has been long since I last heard from him. I had feared him dead. 12 be praised. Whoever you are, Mefrid sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mefrid is a friend of mine. I know of this masked stranger you seek, and I will tell you what I can. The outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been apprehended near the Little Alamigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting with him in secret. No doubt you want to question them about trysts, but they are not like to yield the information readily to the outsider. If you tell them I send you, though, he may well be obliged to talk. Canberra sent you. Listen, I told them I was by idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man and you don't know anything about him. Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that to expect me to not think I'm something for it. A masked man, no idea what you're talking about. It ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. What? Have you been meeting with Maskman lately? Let's see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'm sure I'll tell you, my friends, you're looking for him. There's a bunch been skulking about, right suspicious like, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that's there's trouble, mark my words. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicion about the masked man. This is much troubling. Whatever the young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them, I can see in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, that same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled the Alamiga. Not who do, but to despot him and usher in revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it's costed our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not. Unless we intervene, they are likely to commit great folly. If you learn naught of the plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Hey adventurer, you done talking with those old bear. I've got a message for you from the Wild Lad, something of leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundobald and wants to word with you. Says he'll be waiting for you at the craggy area north of here. Starry night. Let's have a look what he wants. Thanks for coming, friend. This no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of Old Bear. This is why I wanted to meet you to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? Cole, got your tongue? No matter. Whoever it is you work for, our meddling ends here. Get her. You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody, all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it we'll all reclaim our homeland. Attacked by Wildrand and his cronies, that they would go in such a length for the sake of the plans of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put the end to this madness. Willard mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Gandalf. Bartliana. Good prevent. What happened? I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffer because I cling to the hope. It was wrong to dream of home. It was wrong to call ourselves Alamegans. Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wyatt, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tend to her. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. Almighty Ragnar, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, you lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again. Well, you're too late, our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for the crimes and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Crystals, they want to summon someone. Because Asians are involved. If this plan succeeds, we have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for the better. Might the be as Gandalf content to eke out of existence in this musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now where in the seven hells did I put my bloody map? What those animals did to Bertlina is unforgivable, and to think they took down on us, well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wildred to be a bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. Gone, the whole lot of them. Then it is as I fear, they mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is that they mean to do? What's this, a hunting knife and a map of Zanrak? Wait, you said Walden spoke of crystal, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded. They have no notion of how dangerous the Almiji are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yards of the crystal. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may yet find them before it's too late. Wheeldred, did no other survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystal was supposed to be the start. We are going to reclaim our homeland. Pull yourself together, lad. We are going to make an offering to the crystal to Ragnar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zanrak and make off with the lizardman Kash, but they caught us and so many dead. God forgive me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your soul. I regret our young one's transgression, but our soul is too high price for our youthful folly. For all their failings, they are the hope of the Alamigan people. This hope I will guard with my life. Your skill at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youth could learn much from a woman like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamigo. Wait, we come all this way. We have to get the crystal. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing while red? Did you not see those templed wretches? Such is the fate of those who are touched by the god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No one said anything about that. That masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summoned Ralgar. We swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of the story back in the story tale back in the Alamigo. And the Sailor Raloon wish to hear it as well. No more lies, Wild Red. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Ralga, about using crystal, and then just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted to say to believe that he could raise ourselves from this square lot, that I never stopped to question his motives. But I should have known. There is no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wild Red. Our home may be lost to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Al Amigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of the legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I want a promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind of souls such as you out there. Little Amigo may not have much in the way of combat, but you will always be welcome here. Would that be we had more information to offer, but what Wildred told you is the extent of the knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, this man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you will find and put a swift end to the creature, for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Welcome back, Raloon. I reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and later Al Amigo. So tell me, were you able to learn naught of La Habrea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in impressionable young minds, she say, precisely the kind of deception the Ashen would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to calamity, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must needs delve deeper into this, while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no pay makes me feel a dual scion. Did you say something? Nothing, my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. While you were attending to business in Talatan, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends, the Sylph. An individual fitting La Habrea description has been sighted in the Northern Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of the series of mysterious deaths in the self-same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue investigation where you left off. 12 willing will pick up La Habrea trail once more. Noraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take from there. As always, be careful out there alone. Walking One is investigative Sinister One. Then heed well these words. This one is friend with the Walking One in the Ashcrow Consortium. According to the friendly ones, a digging one named Medrod had an encounter with a scary Masked One. This Masked One is almost certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One Medrod. Digging One is to be found at the Falago Float in the North Shroud.